The top killer received a package, opened it full of toy soldiers, looked mediocre. He did not worry about it. He was about to drink a mouthful of coke. The kitchen came a strange sound. A look. The toy box fell to the ground. Go over to check. The toy soldiers on the ground even disappeared in thin air. The killer felt bad and began to look for toys. Suddenly, the desk lamp went out. The power cord was mysteriously cut off. Then the kitchen light also went out. Moving forward, his foot is stung and he pulls out a toy bayonet. He felt movement under the couch, and just as he bent down, there was a burst of gunfire under the couch. The killer ducked behind the door in terror, and before he could slow down, missiles flew at him. He rolled down the stairs, got into the bathroom. Killer decides to teach the toy soldier a lesson and goes to his bedroom bedside to get his pistol to load the silencer. After exchanging fire and realizing the pistol doesn't work, he takes the automatic rifle from the living room bar. After switching weapons, the toy soldier's firepower is suppressed. He removes the couch backrest, changes magazines, and fires hard. The toy soldiers who were resisting a moment ago didn't move anymore. Lifting the couch, the toy soldiers suffered heavy casualties, but they still acted like real people, covering the wounded, retreating, still pointing their guns at the killer. Killer crushed the toy soldiers, but they didn't retreat. Killer thinks he's got it in the bag, but the toy soldiers call for reinforcements, and 3 helicopter gunships take to the air. The helicopters are so realistic and powerful that the missiles blow up the bar, and in the cabin the pilots and machine gunners work together to attack Killer, who is knocked off his feet and injured even more this time. Killer briefly tends to his wounds when the bathroom door is blown open by a rocket and the helicopter flies in. He covers the helicopter with a towel, which works. After chasing off the other one, he throws the toy soldier into the toilet, and when it still moves after flushing, he throws a hairdryer into it, and the short-circuiting flames destroy the toy soldier. Not long after, a note was shoved through the door. The toy soldier told him to surrender or else he would make a general attack. Killer was on fire and decided to fight to the death. He went to the door and looked around as the toy soldiers blasted the door with their artillery, which was quickly blown up. Killer opens the window and tries to get to the next room from the outside of the building. It's the top floor, and if he's not careful, he'll be in pieces. He moves against the wall and the helicopter comes after him, hitting him in the face. But the killer is mentally tough and pulls out his gun to take out the machine gunner and climbs up the outside wall to the next room. He sees a fire extinguisher by the table, distracts the toy soldiers with a duckling, and goes around the back to open the extinguisher valve. Still, 2 toy soldiers counterattack in a jeep. Killer ignites a fuel canister and sprays it with fire, melting the jeep in a few seconds and finding the winning formula. After taking care of the toy soldiers, Killer is still reeling a bit, and after counting them against the quantity, he puts the pieces in the sink to crush them, but fails to notice that the back of the box says extra bonus features included. Killer thinks he's okay, but gets a scratch while swimming and realizes something is sneaking up on him. He gets into the elevator to try to leave, and as the doors close, there's movement in the walls, the control panel blows up, and the Special Forces toy soldier jumps down. In a few rounds, the killer is injured, the elevator is still hanging in midair, and the Special Forces soldier tries to cut the steel cable. Another elevator passes by and the killer jumps in for a temporary respite, but the Special Forces follow and growl on Killer. The killer pushes him away with his last strength. The elevator opens on the first floor, and the killer doesn't have the strength to get up. Special Forces, ready for the final blow, did not think it was the killer's plan, was controlled by the killer, pushed toward the automatic door, crushed. But the Special Forces backpack came taking sound. The killer opened. There is a flashing red light explosive device.